Hi, welcome back to another episode of Random Rants with Random. I've had an absolutely awesome day today with my mate and his kids at the local water park at a little slice of paradise called Southside. It's the one with the peacocks. And if you like beautiful birds, don't go past the old crow. Check him out under UV online. If you haven't seen it before, I think you'll be impressed. Time for the rants. Thank you, Katie. Ye oldie book of rants. Jordan. Part 3 of my 3-part food experiment. Resounding success. They ate both packets and then saw the Twiggy sticks in the bag and ate the cabanossi out of that. We didn't know they liked cabanossi, so it was a rounding success. I asked them later if they had noticed the difference, and they did say they did notice a slight difference, but were totally fine. So all in all, resounding success. So tell me, guys, do you think that was a harmless social experiment? Helping my friend out with a fussy kid? Or was it a prank? And if you think it was a prank, do you think it was a harmless, fun little prank? Or if you think it's a prank, like the people I'm going to talk about now, I will never do that content again. Family of 5 were a prank channel, and that wasn't fun. And if my YouTube empire collapses, which it very well may in the next cyclone, I may pursue a rap career also. So, 8 passengers, family channel, parental advice, Kevin and Ruby Frank and their 6 kids. There's speculation about Frank's involvement in this case, but I'll get back to him later. But little did he know that secretly his wife was a real-life superhero. What was her superpower, you may ask? Delusional. Her superpower was so superly powerful that she convinced over 2 million subscribers to her channel of child abuse, are all under the delusion of being a strong, godly Mormon mother. Then Jody Hildebrand came on the scene. And guess what? Yep, you guess it. Superhero! And what is Jody's superpower? Distortion! That's a new one. She uses her power to distort money out of people to pay for her specialised counselling course. What does she specialise in? Anything you could possibly need. Just pay her the money. And surprise, surprise, her superpower, superly powerful also. So it was a lot of money. Jody and Ruby started doing a super collab, and soon after Frank gets kicked out, told by Jody that he is to have no contact with Ruby or his kids, to work on himself. Somewhere around this time, Jody and Ruby, and I think by now 4 kids, as the oldest 2, had escaped by sheer passing of time, allowing them to become adults, moved into Jody's house. Check out the photos online. This place looks like an MTV Cribs of Fortress of Solitude. Just the perfect place for this dastardly duo to settle into some just plain old-fashioned child abuse. Then the old super cape really hit the jet fan. The second youngest kid escaped from this landlocked Alcatraz and got to a neighbour's house, and he called 911. Listen to that call. Very emotional. What a hero that kid and neighbour are. Finally, some true superheroes. And finally, their world is safe. And their dad is also souping up and fighting to get custody of his kids. For these kids' sake, I sincerely hope he was a pawn in all this, but there is some speculation of that also. When the oldest kid escaped, they started compiling evidence against their own mum. It must have been bad. Where was CPS? The eldest kid started trying to inform CPS as soon as she escaped the house, and they did nothing. More super shout-outs. There's a guy not so long ago, or probably more like 15 years ago now. He put shock dog collars on his kids, so when they misbehaved, he could just hit the button. And just, if you've seen the episode of The Simpsons, you can see the fun that ensues. Another one, mum trying to feed her kid vegetables. Kid wouldn't eat those vegetables, so she turned the kid's best soft toy friend. Offered the soft toy friend the vegetables. Soft toy friend wouldn't eat the vegetables. So soft toy friend got beaten on the bench. Severely. For a lot longer than my arm before it falls off. Soft toy friend got put down. Gently sat back down. Mum calmly turns to the kid. That kid devoured not only the vegetables, but damn near half the spoon. So this one, it is a story I personally heard, but I'm changing pretty much all the details, but it does still give the gist of what can happen. So this kid with ADHD, whenever he'd go off his nut, his parents would say they'd bury his little brother in the backyard. So of course this little kid's like, no, don't bury my brother, I'll be good. And it worked. But not the best. Now this is close to me because my mate has a son with ADHD, and it can be hard to find a strategy that works. It seriously can. So I can see where they're coming from, but you need to try harder, guys. Someone in his house used to threaten to send his kid with ADHD to jail. And also threatened to throw them out of the family home out onto the mean streets. It doesn't work. It traumatizes the kid. What worked for my mate was love, reassurance, and patience. And I was going to say that I've actually written down patience there as in hospital patience, so it'll be easy to recognize. And his kid has gone from constant meltdowns to once in a blue moon. I hope you all saw that. It was awesome. And that meltdown was because he'd got bullied. And I don't know if you know much about ADHD and people with autism. They're very sensitive to their surroundings. So he had left his normal school and gone out for an activity day. And the park they went to for that activity day had a bit of a chimney off the side, billowing very sugary smoke. And that affected his senses and just the total in a different situation. And then he got bullied. So he went off the deep end then. But other than that, he's come so far. All right, time for the true shout out. Uncle Herman. To get the names right for all this, I quickly jumped online. His come up and it was really informative. He actually did a story on 8 Passengers 3 years ago and it was removed for a breach of copyright. He edited it and put it straight back up. There's a lot of very informative content on this case, so I recommend checking it out. So, in the words of a famous leader, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. I feel you need to watch this stuff so you can be informed on who to stay away from. Once again, where was CPS? This had been going on for years. Neighbours in the area in the last bit had been calling CPS, but as soon as the eldest kid left the house, they started contacting CPS and nothing was done. And a story a couple of years ago, a bloke had a daughter and she had crippling seizures. She could not go through a day without seizures that she'd get a break for maybe 15, 20 minutes in between, constant. Maybe when she slept, she might have had a break, but even then, I don't know. I don't know the full details. But anyway, he did some research and he found medicinal cannabis could work. So he gave her the medicinal cannabis in an oil. He did it all properly. And he got sent to prison for child abuse. Surprise, surprise, the cannabis oil almost 100% cured her of these fits she was having. So how is that child abuse? Thankfully, medicinal cannabis has changed in the last few years, and that's another story that's coming up. Okay, so today, as I mentioned, I went to the water park. I said to a mate the other day, I went to the World Gym on the weekend, and he's a gym junkie. Good on him. He's a fit guy. Good on him. And he said, oh, that's good. Thinking I meant World's Gym. And I said, no, the world. As in, I use the whole world as my gym. I cut down a tree with an axe and my knife the other day. Try that for fun. Comment below if you enjoyed it. You'll get fitter though. So that's what I'm trying to get across. You don't need to go to the gym. You can if you want to. That's awesome if you love going to the gym. There's a lot of really good stuff you can do there. But my personal preference, go for a swim, go for a walk, go for a ride. Just do anything. Like that idiot I said about in my video the other day. Dragged those kayaks 600 meters exactly up the beach. And then I saw him, because by that time I was sort of having some kind of out-of-body experience and went back for myself. I saw that dickhead drag those kayaks 600 meters exactly back. It's all fitness. Just don't look at it as a chore. Look at it as it's fitness. It's good for you. So, also, I just wanted to mention the rush to this. I'd love to be able to sit here and say it word for word and not make any mistakes. It's just that I've had this last week off on holidays. I go back to work next Tuesday. It's Thursday now, and I've been wanting to do this for so long. I thought this holidays, I'm going to do it. So I'm trying to smash out as much as I can. If you like this content, I will do more. I've got more projects in the works for this kind of stuff. Plus, I will do lots of just 100% down the line factual stuff, and some of that can be quite deep as well. So, also, if you didn't like this style of satire on a serious story, then let me know down in the comments. Bloody mozzies. Anyway, let me know. So, yeah, like I said, it has been a big day and it's starting to get to me now. Been trying to do this video for about 15 tries. And yeah, so in the words of a very well respected, famous sleep clinic, The Goodies, I'm going to whack on my gym jams, brush my toothy pegs, and go sleepy bobos. Keep it real on the back wheel, guys.